Hello, good morning.
Hi. So my name is, excuse me, my name is Audrey Michelle, and I'm an author, a speaker, and a spiritual growth coach. And on my blog on Fridays, I feature, it's called Featured Inspirational Women. And this week, the featured inspirational woman I'm so excited is a friend of mine, a fellow Endo sister, Aubrey Deimler. We're both from Denver, which is super fun. And her book, I want to talk about From Pain to Peace with Endo. So her book probably came out at the end of last year. And I'm super excited I'm just now getting to read it. When her book came out, mine was in the final stages of heading to the editor. And it was really important to me to not read her book until mine was done. And anyway, so now mine is done. And I've read Aubrey's book. And so I just wanted to share with all of you my thoughts and why I think you should read it. So first I just wanted to say to Aubrey, you did an awesome job. It's such a huge, it's just huge to write a book. I get it. It's just on so many levels, emotionally, physically, spiritually, the whole bit is it's just an undertaking. So I just wanted to talk about it. And I think what Aubrey does really well is it's fairly research-based, so very intellectual, the book. And it reads really easy. And so you can you can bust it out fairly quickly. But what I think is awesome is she's included so much research around the disease and around the things that worked for her, that it's a book that you can keep coming back to. But I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So her journey, after being diagnosed in the whole spiel, she turned to food and really upheavaled her diet. And she talks about sugar being like her crack, right? Just ate sugar like crazy. And so getting that out of her diet and finding a place of feeding herself well and nourishing herself brought her to a place of loving herself and respecting her body. And I guess you could kind of say it was like her gateway to a whole lot of different self-care practices, which I think is awesome. So Aubrey and I have traveled together. We went to Washington, D.C. for the Worldwide March for Endometriosis this last March. And it was great. It was her and her husband and me and my mom. And we spent some good time in D.C. together. And it was great because I am very specific about what I eat. And so it was really nice to have somebody along that wasn't just going to eat pizza and wings. So, okay, anyway, so she's a good eater, which I love. Anyway, so she organizes her book in groups of lessons. And so lesson 1 was food. Food is a foundation, which I've talked about. She's got some great tips in there about what foods to eat, what foods to avoid, emotional eating, which is all just so great. And then she goes on to talk about hormones and our monthly cycle. And she is an avid charter. So she charts everything, which I don't do. But she talks about why it helps her and how to do it. So that's something to totally check out. And then she discusses hormones. And she discusses things in the environment that affect our hormones and how to find a place of balance for your hormones. Because as any endo sister would know, the first thing the doctors want to do to us is start manipulating our hormones, and it's so horrible. It's so horrible. Like, you just feel like this person that you don't even know. You've just become this, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like an out-of-body experience when they start screwing with your hormones, and you feel like you have to do it, you know, to get the endometriosis under control. But my goodness, it is an emotional roller coaster, is an understatement for the actual experience of having your hormones messed with. Ugh. So she's got some awesome tips on ways to naturally balance your hormones. And then she talks about detoxifying, which is great. Ways to support your different hormones, different organs, and how to get them balanced. And then she talks about stress, which is something that I talk about quite a bit, is how to move past stress. And whether you have endometriosis, chronic pain, or just, you know, a person, we all experience stress. And it's so important, especially for those who are healing and dealing with, you know, disease and just these added stresses outside of day-to-day life, right? That just make day-to-day life like that much harder. So her and I really connect on stress. And we come at it at very different ways, but the part where her and I are very much aligned is on the psoas muscle, which is it's one of the biggest muscles in your body, and it goes from like your mid back all the way down to your thighs. Like, I call it like a deep stomach muscle. And so she's got some exercise and yoga techniques to get your psoas to release. For many people, it's where we hold stress. It's totally where I hold stress, and how to release that is huge. I mean, literally this morning I was laying on a tennis ball. That's how I take care of it, is to, let's see if you can see on my stomach. Not really. This shirt is weird. So my ribs, here's my ribs. And so I'll lay on a tennis ball like this, and it's kind of like mimicking a massage, really. It's how my massage therapist does like self-care. So so she taught me to just, you know, you put the tennis ball wherever you need trigger point release. So anyway, so awesome stuff when it comes to psoas. And then she talks about healing, and she's got some awesome research from different experts in the field, from Deepak to Dr. Lissa Rankin, who's incredible, Dr. Christiane Northrup, and then just she starts to talk about like mindfulness and meditation, which again, her and I totally connect on that. So so anyway, I highly encourage any of you, if you're dealing with endometriosis or chronic pain, like check out Aubrey's book, From Pain to Peace with Endometriosis. And like I said, it's a quick read, but it's a book that you can keep coming back to, which I think is awesome. So then, of course, I'm going to have her story on my blog tomorrow. So check that out. It's at audreymichelle.com, AUDREYMICHEL.com. And you can find out how to purchase Aubrey's book and read her story. So that's it for today. We'll talk to you later. Bye.